Give me a M. Give me a A. Give me a Makeshift Marble Runs. Way! We're getting pumped to jump of the skiing variety. That's right, the fourth event of the Makeshift Winter Marblympics is the ski jump, where our 16 teams will each get just one chance to roll their way down the hill, jump their way over the cabin, and land their way onto the snow. You've seen how the table stands after 3 events and how our teams line up today, starting with Germany, last year's biggest ski floppers, trying to make amends and recover some dignity with a big jump to get us underway today. Well, with a score of 21.5, Germany are 5 inches shy of that terrible score they registered last year. However, we've already seen in the qualifying event to this tournament that this slope is a lot less generous, with Brazil winning that event with just a 21-inch jump. So far, both of our teams have beaten that Netherlands with 21 1/8, with Germany still ahead 21.5. Does that show the golfing class between qualifiers and finals, or have we seen our top 2 jumps already? Well, Finland aren't far off that score. It's another similar jump, just shy of 21 this time, 20 7/8. They'll slot into 3rd place so far. Surely then that's a sign of greater things to come, and that is precisely what we get from Great Britain. Our biggest jump so far by nearly a whole inch, 22 3/8, gives Great Britain a fairly comfortable lead. Could this be their first points of the championship after scoring 0 in the first 3 events? Well, Cameroon certainly won't be providing them with any troubles, 15 3/8, a very disappointing day for them. But it's an exciting day for one of our crowd, a big DRC fan there, come to see their beloved Congo in action. They're up next. What can they do in front of their adoring fan? It's a half decent jump, but there look to be some contacts in the crowd. We saw this last year with Vietnam. Is this history repeating itself? A 21-inch jump. Oh, and it's just a cheeky little peck on the cheek. It remains to be seen whether 21 will be enough to score any points, but they at least made it look cool, and I'm sure they've made that fan's day. Canada with a fairly average looking jump, they're yet to score any points so far as well, and with a 17 3/4 they're going to struggle to score any today. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Not Uzbekistan though. This is a really strong jump, perhaps challenging Great Britain for the lead, and they're just shy of it. 21 1/4 puts them in 2nd place. So at the halfway stage, Great Britain leads the way. Yes! But there's a real array of scores on show at the moment, which means there's plenty of room to play for these remaining 8 teams. Starting with Brazil, who won this event in qualifying, but they've had a disaster here. They only just about managed to flop their way over the ramp. They nearly crashed through the roof of that little hut. And they scored just 8 inches. They get that route all wrong, coming up to the sides of that ramp, and just didn't get any lift whatsoever. A very different story from Tonga though. They've picked up some good points lately on a real good run, an upward trajectory, and that's precisely what they get there, which trajectorizes themselves all the way to 1st place, with 22 7/8, nearly breaking that 23-inch barrier. Are we going to see anyone manage that today to beat them? Certainly not the Philippines. For them, it's very much the taking part that counts. 14 1/8. is not going to do much for them today. It's a good jump from Jamaica. They're going to be pushing the points and the medals perhaps too. They've certainly... Ooh, 56. That surely can't be right. I think the chief steward is having a word with his little minions, trying to see what the problem is. And there it is, those newfangled youngsters with their modern metric system. Not quite understanding good old-fashioned inches. That's better. 22 1/8. Not quite enough for a medal today, but they're in 4th place and well placed to pick up some decent points today. Azerbaijan will also be looking to pick up some points with that jump, but may not be quite enough. 20 7/8. That puts them in joint 8th place with Finland as things stand, so just 1 point on the cards for them, unless of course one of these remaining 3 teams can snatch it from them. USA looking good, but not quite good enough. 20.5 leaves them just outside of the points. Our penultimate team, Tanzania, they're hugging that bank a little bit. A bit too much, I think. That was not a long jump. In the teams, it seems 17 5/8. That will not be enough to take any points home with them today. Can India finish things off with a bang? It's a nice looking jump, but I don't think it's going to be long enough. It's between the 19 and 20, in fact bang on 19. So nowhere near enough to challenge the points. And that concludes our action for today. So it's time to say ski you later to our slopes and congratulations to our medalists. Most of all to Tonga, a fine gold medal performance. Great Britain with the silver and their first points at these games, and Uzbekistan with their second medal, this time a bronze. These are the points won by our top 9 teams in this event. And let's see how that affects the table. Finland just about hold on to top spot. They're joined on points by the Netherlands, but are just ahead on gold medals won. Down the other end, Canada, the only team left to pick up any points at this halfway stage. Join us next time to see how this progresses with an event that's twice as good as any other, the biathlon. Until then, bye everyone.